A team from sunny South Florida, stepping into the freezing battleground of Green Bay, the bitter cold, a relentless opponent that can't be tackled or juked. Yet there they stood, determined to fight, determined to rewrite their story. What unfolded was a game full of promise, hope, and an unforgettable sting of winter's bite. And somewhere between the 27-degree gusts and the sound of pads colliding, a truth was laid bare. Sometimes football is about more than skill. It's about survival. Welcome, everyone. Today we dive into the Dolphins' icy face-off with the Packers and the bold words of Tua Tagovailoa that nearly gave us hope. Buckle up and let's take this journey through the cold. Miami and winter, two words that don't seem to belong together. As the Dolphins lined up against the Packers, temperatures dropped to a biting 27 degrees, and winds cut through Lambeau Field like a cold reminder of Miami's struggles in frigid climates. It's not just about Tua and the cold. It's about an entire team fighting nature itself. You remember those guys from Miami with sweatshirts and sweatpants while Packers players ran around in shorts and tank tops? You know it's bad when Tyreek Hill is the only one brave enough to ditch the long sleeves, but don't worry, Dolphins fans. It's not all about frozen fingers and frozen hopes. As we explore what unfolded, think of the emotional tug of war, fear of failure, a fleeting excitement when Tua finally hit a chain for a touchdown, and then, another long silence. It's this blend of highs and lows that keeps us coming back, isn't it? When the commentators announced that Miami had come prepared with winter gear from Wisconsin, you might have thought they'd have the upper hand. After all, if you're prepared, you win, right? Well, not this time. Despite the planning, Miami's winter woes continued, and as the scoreboard hit 30-17 in favor of Green Bay, Packers running back Josh Jacobs couldn't help but take a jab. There he was in the locker room, cozy with a face mask on, laughing at the Dolphins. Them boys looked cold out there. Ouch. This was more than just a taunt. It was the harsh truth. And for Tua, it was personal. His pregame confidence about the cold being just a mindset hit the ice, literally and figuratively. Here's a question for you all. Can we blame him? After all, he came from Alabama and now plays in Miami. Snow boots aren't exactly part of his wardrobe. Despite the frosty loss, Tua didn't completely fall apart. Statistically, 365 yards and 2 touchdowns sounds decent. It's not the stat line of someone who crumbled, but numbers, as they say, can be deceiving. The Dolphins didn't score their first touchdown until late in the third quarter, long after the Packers had already established control. The final attempts to warm up came when Tua found Tyreek Hill for a 12-yard score. The kind of play that makes you wonder if Miami might just break their cold streak after all. Here's where the excitement teeters on the edge of hope and despair. Tua spoke boldly before the game, saying he wanted to kill the narrative, that he couldn't win in the cold. We all love a good redemption story, and it seemed like he was ready to give us one. But the game at Lambeau served as a reminder that confidence alone doesn't always melt away obstacles. Yet, here's the thing. The story doesn't end here. There is still time for Tua and the Dolphins to make a stand. On December 30th, they head to Cleveland, a city that knows a thing or two about blizzards. Will the Dolphins rise to challenge the frigid North and prove they belong among the toughest in the league? So, subscribe to the channel for more. Love you, gang. Peace.